Building trust through communication is like being a skydiving instructor in an airplane and convincing someone to jump out of the airplane with you. I know this sounds drastic, but all of the clients, customers, consumers, accounts, patients that we all work with on a day-to-day basis are facing that choice of staying in a perfectly good airplane or jumping out with you. Regardless of the line of work that you're in, you need this skill to be able to build trust through communication. You need trust to grow your business, to grow your client base, to grow your relationships on your team, or to gain positive exposure within your organization by leadership. These are just a few of the ways that building trust through communication can help you. So, how do you get someone to say yes and say yes to you and jump out of that airplane with you? My name is Hannah Michelotti, and I help people like you that want to communicate with clarity, confidence, and charisma. If you're new here, be sure to like this video, hit subscribe on my channel, and send this out to your friends and family. If you're an old friend and returning, you know the drill. Like this video and share it with as many people as you know. First, we're going to talk about how building trust through communication applies to you specifically. Yes, anyone watching, it applies to you. And then I'm going to go into the 3 ways you can build trust through communication. You need to identify what category you fall into. You're going to be in one of 3, high, medium, or low. If you're in the high category, you are high client facing, high human facing. This could be sales, business development, retail, real estate, finance, the hospitality industry, wealth management, banking. Essentially, you're in a role that requires face-to-face interactions with other people. Your bread and butter is building trust, credibility, and authority with your clients, consumers, customers, accounts, patients, and more. You're watching this video right now and thinking, yep, that is all me. I am all ears. Next is medium. So this means that you are client-facing sometimes. You could be the manager of a team. Your team members and your employees that you oversee interact with people on a daily basis, but you might not on a daily basis unless you're called in for a special project. You could be a project manager. You could be a back office supervisor. You might be in architecture, law, the government, agriculture, or copywriting, to name a few examples. You know that you need to build trust through communication. That's always kind of been in the back of your brain, but maybe a communication consultant like me hadn't made it as catchy or clear to you yet. Stay tuned. Third and finally, you're in a position that is low client or consumer or customer facing. You're not in sales, you're not in business development, and you're not in retail or customer service of any kind. You might be in engineering, project management, law, web design, programming, research and development, innovation, or product design and development. You don't interact with clients or consumers directly or very often at all, but you do interact with teammates, coworkers, colleagues, managers, and leaders alike within your company. You know that these skills are important, that building trust is an important piece of communication. Maybe you've heard stats about how building trust is a top-ranked communication skill within teams and organizations. You're about to find out just how important building trust through communication is. Whether you're in the high, medium, or low category of client-facing interactions, these 3 ways to build trust through communication are going to help you. Let's start with number 1, warm body language. Number 2, using words that your clients, consumers, customers, accounts, patients, you name it, that they use, understand, and like. We have all fallen victim to jargon at the doctor's office or the dentist's office. And we've all made the grave mistake of using jargon that people outside of our industry don't understand. Number 3, talk about your credibility, your authority, your credentials, and anything else that might make you believable to the person you're talking to. Let's take a look at how this plays out in a real-life example. You all know me. I love a good example and a good story. Why? It'll stick with you a whole lot longer than facts and stats will. Last year, I switched dentists. We'll call my old dentist, Dentist X. I left Dentist X because I didn't feel Dentist X was giving me good advice, and I felt uncomfortable. In one of my last visits with Dentist X, he explained, kind of suddenly, that I needed all of my wisdom teeth taken out of my mouth. Wasn't a lot of reasoning why I needed the wisdom teeth out. It was just that I needed to have them taken out. And up until that point, I got in for quite a few cavities, fills, cleanings. It felt like I was going in monthly, if not a couple times a month, which seemed excessive. So my radar was already up a little bit when he said I needed to have my wisdom teeth out without a lot of reasons. Dentist X then explained, to get my wisdom teeth out, he was the man for the job. He would sedate me in that office, but I wouldn't go fully under. I would just be halfway under. He said that with the patients he does this with, they're partially awake. They can kind of move, they know what's going on, they can see everything. And I started thinking, there's no way I'm going to have 4 teeth pulled out of the back of my mouth while I'm partially awake. In no way will that happen. Not on my time, not on this planet. I said no thank you and took a little bit of a dental hiatus. I was a little bit scarred. I thought, really? Does everyone do half sedation? Later found out that that's not common. I found my current dentist last year. Based on my paperwork, he knew that I had concerns about my wisdom teeth. He sat down next to me on the rolly stool, not too high so that he wasn't, condescending or anything. He was at my level. He had very open body language and posture, and he used a nice, warm tone of voice and told me this. Look, in my 20 plus years of doing dentistry, 90% of the adults that come in that have their wisdom teeth in their mouth need to have them removed because the wisdom teeth are showing excessive signs of decay, or they're out of alignment and they're causing problems with your jaw and movement. I just want to let you know that up front so that when I do find that your wisdom teeth need to come out, you understand why. He put the bad news out there very plainly and clearly. He then explained he was going to assess the rate of decay on all of my teeth, my bite, my alignment, and the overall structure of my teeth and jaw. I like a good process. We all like a good process. Let's take a look again at the 3 trust-building techniques through communication and how he used all 3 successfully. Number 1, he had very warm body language. He sat close to me, at my eye level, did not speak in a condescending tone, and extremely open. Which leads me to number 2, the actual words that he used. He used my words, which were wisdom teeth. He could have used third molars, which is the actual dental term, but instead he used my language. He also explained what he knew to be true based on his experience. He said 90% of the people I see that have the wisdom teeth in their mouth need to have them taken out. And number 3, he humbly built his credibility. He said, in my 20 plus years of experience, here's what I've seen. That immediately made me trust him, knowing he'd been in business for over 20 years, and I got the sense that he'd seen a lot of people with wisdom teeth in their mouth. Here's how this all translates to trust. As it turns out, I am one of the 10% of people that currently, knock on wood, do not need their wisdom teeth taken out of their mouth. My wisdom teeth were not showing any faster rate of decay than the other teeth. They're actually perfectly aligned within my mouth, and my jaw isn't jammed full because of them. He did not recommend that I have them taken out. He wasn't going to swindle me. He wasn't going to try to make more money off of a procedure and take them out of my mouth. And most importantly, he wasn't going to cause me any more pain or time for a procedure that I didn't need just so that he could spin a profit. From that point forward, he has been my dentist. I will always take his recommendations. I floss sometimes daily. Through the trust that he built in that conversation, I was ready to jump out of the airplane with him. I was ready to say yes. You will catch me, you will take care of me, my teeth are in expert hands. Think about a healthcare provider that you've seen and how they built trust with you through communication. I'll bet they used all 3 techniques, or 2 of the 3 at least. Now think about how you build trust through communication with your clients, consumers, customers, accounts, patients, and more. How can you improve? Do you have warm or open body language? Do you use words and terminology that your clients, consumers, customers, accounts, patients, and more can understand and like to use themselves? And finally, do you talk about your credentials, your authority, your credibility, and your overall believability? Why people should believe you and work with you? Try these 3 techniques out and get ready to see results. Get ready to have clients, customers, consumers, accounts, patients, I have to say all of them, and more, be ready to say yes to you. Yes to jumping out of the airplane with you. Yes to picking you as the person they want to work with. Be sure to drop me a comment below with the positive results. And that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you all next time.